Hi everyone, this is Emma Essia and I'm back with True Talks. I finally have a name for my show.
Nice. Nice one too.
Today I am talking with Milka. She is a realtor with EXP and I've been watching you for some time. You know, I think your brand is Happy Homes and you have just been killing it in the real estate market.
Thanks.
So I'm going to give everybody a chance to learn about who you are and what you do and what makes you you.
Okay. I guess the best way to put it is started from the bottom, now we're here.
There we go.
Back in 2012, so that's 13 years ago, I was a part-time receptionist at Keller Williams. Just working like a few shifts a week, trying to figure out like, what am I going to do? I was done college. All I had was a part-time job, and I was looking for a full-time. And then a full-time job opened up as same thing I was working as a receptionist at the real estate office. So I did that. I was part-time receptionist for 1 year, and then I moved up to full-time receptionist. Did that for 2 years. And then I got an opportunity. A really big real estate team came up to me and said, "Do you want to be our listing coordinator?" And I was like, yeah, it's more money, so yeah.
Of course.
So I left the front desk of reception and worked for a team and got to see like the ins and outs, listed all their listings, learned how to do details, process their paperwork, process deals, all their paychecks, all that. Then I did another 2 years for another team, and I was their operations manager. So now I'm doing everything, marketing, buyers, the legal paperwork, sending it out, managing clients, following up with sellers and buyers. I did that for another 2 years. So at that point, there was nowhere to go but to sell real estate. Like, if I really want to do something, like that's what it's going to be. I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be an entrepreneur. I didn't have entrepreneurs around me at all. So, it was by surprise and the best thing I could ever do.
That's amazing. So I guess you kind of just was thrown into it in a way. And then I guess you saw that opportunity. Like you said, you saw the paychecks, kind of similar to my story.
Yeah.
I saw a paycheck one day. I was like, what? That's what you can make? Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
And then I guess you just like kind of took off with that, which is kind of cool.
So I've been doing it. I've been selling real estate, or I've had my license since 2018 November. So 6 years. I just finished 6 years.
Okay, that's amazing.
Thank you.
So like, I know that there's a lot of I've seen so many people like in this industry now, like from places that I would never expect them to like make that jump to real estate, and people that I've known that are all of a sudden realtors and stuff like that. And so that just means that eventually somebody's going to be like, okay, well, is this for me? And since you've are kind of seasoned, you've been you've probably seen a lot more than me in this industry. What would be your greatest advice to anybody like wanting to get started?
Get a mentor.
Okay.
Get a coach, get an accountability coach, get a mentor, someone who's in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't already, period. Even if you are experienced, like get a mentor.
Get a mentor. And that's the thing, like when I joined EXP in 2022, I don't think I would have felt as comfortable without a mentor and somebody just guiding me, because like a lot of this is independent work. So if you're like used to working like a 9 to 5 and having direction just given to you, it's like a wake-up call. It's like now you are the direction. Like,
right.
If you're not directing yourself, you're not moving nowhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So and I'm always fascinated by women in business women that are mothers in business.
Okay.
I'm very, very fascinated by it because like I try to put myself in their position to think like, you have so much responsibility, like people depending on you kind of thing. And when women get up and they're mothers and they're still winning out here, it's like, it's very inspirational. So that's one thing I could say about you. It's like, you got 2 little ones on your shoulder or your hip, I would say. And like, you're still killing it. So, I just wanted to let you know, I see you.
Thank you. I'd say it kind of goes hand in hand though. Like with your kids, you have to be organized. You
Yeah.
have to be routinely, you know,
Right.
you have to have a schedule. And,
Right.
like, those skills are very transferable to
Right.
real estate, and being a mother has made me much better at real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you like decided that like this is clearly something that you're gonna do forever, right?
I would like to retire early,
Okay.
you know.
Well, not
like-
forever. Sorry, I didn't mean it like you're to the day you like have to retire. I mean like this is like you're not changing careers. Like you know that this
Yeah.
is the industry for you.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
this definitely to fund my, apartment buildings.
Okay.
So then I can
Okay.
just own property
Yeah.
and collect rent.
I think that's like my biggest goal too. I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
if I can just have like multiple streams of income coming in from just like different type of properties, I
Yeah.
think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I literally fantasize about retirement, but not when I'm 60.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow.
Because real estate is very demanding in the sense like
Yeah.
buyer calls you and says, I want to see this house. I want to see this house.
Yeah.
And it's a hot property. It's priced really well. Like you have to stop what you're doing and go right now. So
That's
how long
true.
can you do that? Like when you have
That's
your
true.
kids,
Yeah.
when they're young, when you're having a family, when you're
Yeah.
on vacation, like you don't always want to be at the beck and call of people.
It's true. It's very true.
You said you started in 2022. You got your license 2022.
I did get my license in 2022, yeah.
I remember back in like
Yeah.
2017,
I was out here,
like
yeah.
calling and sending you like commercial lease
Correct. Yeah.
referrals.
So I, like you, started in this industry in 2012.
Okay.
Okay. It was a move that just kind of fell on my lap. I was an assistant to 4 sales reps, but they're on the commercial side. One was a leasing manager. And I remember one of them said to me one day, you know, you can be a realtor.
Nice.
Kind of thing. Like you can get your license. Actually, he didn't say
Let's
realtor.
see.
He said you can get your license. I was like, me?
Yeah.
I was like, what? I'm an assistant. Like, leave me alone. But when he said that, it kind of sparked something in me because I'm like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Kind of thing. And I'm like, how hard is it? Because I'm, you know, but I never really cared for it. I just liked the maneuvering through just like doing certain tasks and stuff like that. But then I just kept getting promoted.
Nice.
You know, I went into marketing, apartment rentals.
Okay.
From there, and then I did so well with that, they put me in a position of leasing manager,
Okay.
and I did that for about 4 years. So that's when you would have seen me, you know, sending, you know, all the commercial stuff, and I was just in charge of like renting out office space, retail space, and industrial space.
Yeah.
And I met so many good people in the industry, so many brokers that I kind of miss because I used to go to all the BOMA events and,
Yeah.
you know, so I was actually kind of reminiscing about that
Yeah.
a few weeks back, and I'm like, it would be nice to get back into commercial like full time, so that I can like, because I feel like commercial clients are so much easier. Sorry, buyer clients. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, residential. And in a sense where it's like their business, like it's, you know, it's a 9 to 5. They're more intentional at times. And I don't feel like like you're wasting so much energy because they say it's an average of 9 months before a buyer decides to buy, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Like who has that time?
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
make a whole
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like commercial clients are a little bit more fast because it's a business. They need a place to harvest, and they need a place to like,
Yeah. They make
You know,
decisions quick, I guess.
they have
I
to
didn't know
because
that. Okay.
their money is depending on it, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm looking into now going into tenant rep,
Okay.
and just like helping clients find their new business home. I'm pretty well versed in it. I enjoy it. It is challenging, and sometimes it can take a good year to close a deal.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it can take
I
some
heard
time.
the negative. Yeah.
But yeah, you're hearing the negative, but at the end of the day, you can get a lot more clients, you know, at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different type of clientele. It depends on like what type of aesthetic you're trying to put out there. Like me, I just want professionalism.
Yeah.
You know, 9 to 5 business. Nobody works on a weekend in
That's
the commercial
right.
world.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, what's more suited for my lifestyle?
Yeah.
And I don't get me wrong, I do like the residential aspect to it. You know, I love looking at homes. It's fun. I think we all as realtors like, you know, going into a
get
nice home
inspired, yeah.
and get inspired,
Either
you know.
home furniture. They're like, oh, I need to get me one of those.
Exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, how much did it cost to decorate this place?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's also another aspect, and that's why I like real estate, because like there's so many avenues you can take.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Property management, there's, you know, being a realtor, buyer agent, seller agent, referral agent.
That's true. And sometimes you don't get to choose, right? It's the avenue that chooses you.
Exactly.
Like wherever the buyers are, like it kind of, you follow, right? Where your business is, you follow the business.
And you follow the business, and and I feel like with that, you're meeting different type of people too. Like you're meeting actual investors that are like, they got big money. They got big money, you know. They're looking to put something down in a space where it's gonna accumulate, and that's a connection. And the good thing about all of that is like you stay connected to these people, so it's like they become your referrals or whatever like that, and they trust you. So if you do one good commercial deal, it's pretty. And commercial is not just office space, industrial, or retail. It's also multifamily buildings, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm interested in that. It's like if I can help purchase an investor purchase like a $3.6 million listing or a building, then like that's a real goal for me.
Okay,
but I'm
watch
still
out,
working
commercial agents. We got the new commercial queen in town.
Oh, that's the thing. Like I was so like comfortable with it. So it's like, you know what? Maybe that's something I need to look into again. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But if the contacts are there, the network is there.
Yeah.
Work that network. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do on a daily basis? Like, what is your life like? Because I feel like I follow you. You're always posting something like inspirational. Then I see your kids in the background. You're cooking dinner. Mm-hmm. Like, what is a day in a life for Milka?
Wake up. Mm-hmm. Honestly, there's definitely there's a routine, but it doesn't always get followed. But ideally, like what I've learned now is, okay, I'll tell you the day in the life, whatever. The plan is to wake up, feed the kids, get them dressed, drop them at school, come home, clean up their mess, go to the gym, get to the office, which is right next to the gym, and make my calls. And then it's time to pick up the kids, and then sometimes there's showings in the evening.
In the evening, yeah.
Sometimes there's writing offers in the evening.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just chilling on the couch and bathing the kids and going to bed early.
Right.
But I saw something like that's which I've been focusing on is you should keep like most of your day clear. And just work on improving yourself.
Oh, exactly.
So that when the business calls, when the clients call, like you're
kind of ready, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's
day in the life.
I don't want to tell my clients this, but like my day is once the kids are dropped off, like it's kind of open, and it's I'm not working that much. I'm working on me a lot. I am working on something. Okay, but. On the real estate, yeah. And there's seasons to it too, right? Like
exactly.
Right now it's picking up, so.
So what would you say is like your biggest challenges so far as a mom of two and trying to keep up with everyday life?
Being systematic, having a system and being organized is always, I've always been a go with the flow type of person.
Me too.
And I also chose to be that way because I didn't even see the value of being organized.
Yeah.
Till I got into real estate.
And you got to be organized.
Yeah.
You have to be organized.
You got to be organized and you got to be systematic, mainly for the people that you're going to work around, the people that are going to come after you, the people that your clients and any partners or teammates you choose to have, your kids even. Like that's really who it's for because... When you start in real estate, actually, when I started in real estate, like I came from teams, and I had been in it for 4 years, and they had their checklist of everything they do.
So they kind of guided you in a sense, like
Absolutely.
You kind of knew how to like organize yourself.
Yeah. I saw it. I have to give credit to them. Like, definitely picked up a lot of tips on the way. But I was new. I was on my own, and I did, the business started off slow, right?
Yeah.
So I kept
slow.
the first year, like it took me 6 months to sell my first house. And then the second year, I probably had like a good 6 houses sold.
It's very impressive. I'm sorry.
So-
It's impressive to me because like it is hard to get these leads, you know, like, so to me, that's a win.
Yeah.
Big win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the business was always manageable to me. So I'm like, I got it all in my head. Like, call them,
Yeah.
show them the house, do the inspection, firm up, send them the paperwork always. Anytime they sign a document, send it to them. Closing day, drop off a closing gift, follow up. Like, it was just so, it was all in my head. Like, that's what I was thinking. But then the more you start to grow, and then if somebody wants to come, or if a client, like, every now and then when things get a little chaotic, something's going to slip up. So I'm just realizing the power of systems. You know, that's how McDonald's is like.
Yeah.
So
everything
like,
is a system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just simple.
Every successful business is running on a system.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of like
easily duplicated for
Yeah.
the people. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on now.
Okay, that's amazing. So I don't know, like I woke up on like 2025. I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but I'm just going with it. But I feel like time is going, you know. I woke up in 2025. I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything that I said I was gonna do. So like I have
last year in 2024.
In 2024 and 2023 and 2022. So it's like, you know, I have all these big dreams in my head, but it's like who's gonna put them on paper for you? Nobody, you know. So I'm like, okay, 2025. These are my goals. This is what I want to do. So that's what I want to ask you. Like, how are you? Like, do you have any goals for 2025?
I have a partner now.
Okay.
So like it was becoming impossible trying to do it on my own.
Yeah.
Just like with the kids, school, like one's in daycare.
Yep.
That's 5 o'clock pickup, and one's in school is 3:30. So it's just really early.
You know what? On that note, I didn't realize how early we got out of school when we were younger. Because I'm like, what the hell were we doing at 2:30 going home? Like, you know, our parents literally work until like 5, 6, 7, whatever they're doing. But it's like, kids get out of school early. The system is not set up for us, is it?
It's not set up for people working 9 to 5. No.
I just thought about that actually. Yeah. So there's a challenge there.
Yeah. So I got a partner. It's definitely a challenge. Yeah. I got a business partner, and I just think it's important for everybody to have somebody to talk to.
Yes.
You know, even if you insist, I'm gonna do it on my own. I don't have enough business. I don't need to share my checks. I don't need to You should still have somebody to talk to, because anytime something goes, and you know, real estate goes up and down, right?
Yeah, it does.
Mortgage calls, the bank calls and says they're not getting the loan. Now you're down.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Somebody just to even pick you up from that mindset, so that you can be solution oriented. Like that's important. Whether it's like if you're 20 years in the game and you think you know it all,
you don't.
You could still have somebody just for mindset to pick up your
exactly. Yeah, I always say that. I think no matter what, like how long you're doing something, there is still so much to learn, and having good people in, you know, your roster or good mentors, they're always there to like help you advance to whatever level you're trying to go to. So yeah, for me it's definitely I made a pact with myself. I said pact? Yeah, I made a pact with myself. Get it together. That enough. Like that's it. That was it. That was literally the word I saw in my head.
Elaborate? Enough of what?
Enough of excuses. Enough of laziness, because laziness keeps you poor. It's in the Bible.
Yes, and it's a real devil too.
It's a real devil.
Yeah.
Enough of fear, like, you know what I mean, because we're all like fear ridden in some way, but again, that's the devil. So I'm like, enough.
On this podcast was very fearful.
I'm telling you, I'm just like, well, it is what it is. I have to do it scared. I can't, or you know what I mean, because if you don't do it scared, you're not doing it at all. And it's like you can't let fear drive you, and the more you just kind of push through that, you know, barrier that we put on ourselves, really, it gets easier. So I'm just in this element of enough.
Good for you.
You don't like your body? Change it. You don't like your money situation? Change it. You don't like, you know, anything that's happening in your life? Change it. There's no force over our heads. And you know, I learned somewhere as well is that every choice we're living out every choice we've ever made.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, and everything is a consequence, whether it's good, whether it's bad, but it doesn't have to stop there if you're upset at your choices. It's like, okay, you didn't like the way you did something, don't do it again.
Right,
you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by 2025. it was just the big word enough.
Yeah. That came
You know what
to
I
you.
mean?
Yeah.
It just came. So I'm like, okay, well, so I started like making a list. And I said earlier today, I don't like lists. I hate task lists. Like I can't stand it. I like impromptu in the moment.
Yeah.
But then there's aspects of your life where you can't just impromptu, because I can impromptu myself to nowhere.
True.
So I had to like make a list of like, okay, what is it that you need to accomplish in order to get where you need to be or want to be?
Okay.
So I did that.
Good for you.
And so far, so good. The only thing I'm slacking on is the gym.
Okay.
But my diet's intact.
Hey.
So I'm okay.
All right.
At least something, you can't be.
They say you can't outwork any
you
diet.
can't work, exactly. So it's like, okay, you don't get to the gym, you don't get to eat junk food.
Yes.
Now you got to eat healthy. Oh, man. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, those are my consequences,
Yeah.
the actions.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you said earlier that you got a business partner. I was actually talking to a colleague late last year, and he kind of said the same thing. He's like, having people on your team or in your line of work that is working with you keeps you accountable, and it helps you just like grow, because you can't do everything by yourself.
No.
It's very, very hard. And that's kind of the lesson that I took from it. It's like, okay, well, I know I want to do the superwoman feel of things, but like sometimes to get even to that next step, you're going to need that extra hand. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I'm glad that you're there. You got a partner. You're already seeing the.
That's after like years of stubbornness.
Yeah.
Like
there you go.
6 years of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it by myself. Okay, I'm gonna go into the office once a week, and then have my first baby, and then I'm not in the office for months.
Yeah.
And then let me just work from home. Get the baby on my arm, and then so 5 years goes by quickly,
And it goes so fast.
Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, can we Can we get back to a routine?
Yeah.
Like, I know this business is coming, and I'm so blessed. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
But you could be doing so much
much.
better. You could be doing it without staying up till midnight
Yeah.
and 7 a.m. You're stressing over the loan not getting approved when there's nothing you can do. Like if you have a system, like things will be much more at peace. If you have a partner, you can overcome the hurdles much quicker.
That's what you can't do. That maybe they're more well versed in that,
exactly,
and vice versa.
Yeah.
But I do believe in the importance of partnership. But it can't just be anybody. It has to be somebody that you're equally yoked to, and like somebody that gets your vision and you get theirs, and like there's a common ground there.
Oh, you're talking about marriage, girl.
I know. I've been saying equally
but
yoked.
yeah, same. Yeah. Yeah. But like if you're not ready, like still just be around, that same stuff. If you don't want to share your checks, like, and be associated with somebody permanently, like you can just have a circle of like-minded people.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what you do.
I would say like 2022 was that year for me where I started to see more and more people coming into my life.
Okay.
That were aligning with where I was actually going.
Nice.
And I met Chris, mentor. He's mentored me up until this point. And then, certain friends, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I got church friends, I got, all these things. I was like, and like, because I can feel myself changing. I'm like evolving. I'm getting more tired and more rigid with my boundaries and my self-respect and all of this. So it's like, like I'm getting awakening. I'm awakening in some way.
Yeah.
Where it's like before I realized what was happening, people were coming.
Yeah.
To guide me to that.
Yeah.
And so by the end of 2022, that's what I figured. I was like, oh my God, I saw how God worked that year.
Yeah.
And then 2023 was like I hit the ground running.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm going through. I was going through it, but I was like, I don't know what I'm going through, but I know that there's a greater good for this path that I'm taking.
Yeah.
And so far it's just been success. I think everything is success, because like even a failure is a success, but like so far it's just been amazing, and I'm meeting great people. I got reacquainted with you a little bit closely because now we're in it. And I noticed your branding is exactly like mine, which I think is so cool.
Really?
Yeah, with the EXP sign. I'm like, oh, her sign looks like mine with the navy blue white and then the orange. It's the
Okay,
EXP
okay,
colors,
yeah.
but I'm like, hey, that looks like it's I really like it. So
Yeah.
it's like it always catches my eye when I see it. But yeah, so it's like, you know TT very well. Hey TT. Hey TT, I
What's
see
up,
you.
girl?
TT's been killing it too, and it's like I like that what you organized last year too, which is what I want to touch base on, with the whole networking aspect of stuff. So I'm hoping that you have more, and I would love to help if you need
Definitely.
it.
Just waiting for the snow to melt.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to be a part of those things. I thought it was, I think it was at the same time I was like going through a wedding thing. So it was like, I couldn't like pay 100% attention to it at a time, but
good.
I definitely love that path that you're trying to create. And I know too many people that will love to be there as well, to just like network, because that's what we need, especially in our community.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that 2025.
Yeah, they say, your connections, and sometimes you're like, I throw a listing on MLS. 3,000 realtors, they have 10 clients each, like it's seen everywhere.
Yeah.
It'll sell,
It's true. Yep.
But you'll be surprised, like the connections you have with realtors, how far it'll get you.
I mean, if they like you and if you have a good working relationship, good, especially professional, and you're not like cheating them or, whatever.
Yeah.
They want to refer you.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a listing? I have a client for you.
Exactly. Sometimes it takes that, a good friend of mine has a house for sale and she said it looks really great. We need a client. We need to go check it out, Like it takes a little nudge. Like it's relationships, it's getting on the phone and calling someone, a realtor you trust and know and you like. Yeah. And telling them about a house.
Yeah, no, I noticed that actually pretty early on. It's like, oh my God, it's like, it's about who you know.
Yeah.
And it's about who you connect with, because there's only one situation where I had a terrible interaction with a realtor with a deal that I did. And I was learning, so I get the frustration around it, but like, you don't have to be that rude. Now I don't, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I understood the importance of like curating those relationships, because at the end of the day, if TT or you or somebody has something, I want to come to you first. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're absolutely right.
I'm surprised you only had one, because there's a lot of realtors out there with no manners or just
hey, there's so much more time left, so I'm sure I'm going to meet them.
Yeah, they're a-holes.
It was like, the biggest. I was texting Chris. I'm like, what is this? And he just told me, this is what it is. Like, you're gonna get some of these. And I'm like, this is so unprofessional.
Yeah, like any other job, like the government, whatever, any office job, like I never encountered that before. Like, you talk to people with respect, with manners, at least properly, But
it was so bad.
I remember my sister, she was, she's the one that got me the receptionist job. Like back when I started, she was, she had been a receptionist too, and she became like the lead receptionist. So she'd do the hiring and she'd boss all of us receptionists,
Yeah.
And I asked her, like, she had been doing it for 5 years, managing us. I'm like, why don't you become a realtor? Why are you still here? She's like, no, I don't like the way realtors talk to people. I don't like, they don't have any manners.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what stopped you. I thought that was interesting. Like,
I find it's way more prominent in the residential world.
Okay.
Like when I was on the commercial side, we would very much look down upon the residential realtors because they did not come with any kind of like knowledge or like good manners. It was just, everything was just so like urgent, but like they don't realize it's a 9 to 5. Like we'll get back to you when we do. But being on the other side, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. But it's like, they don't have, there's not the best stigma out there, but so far I've only dealt with one crazy person. Sorry, it's not crazy, but it was just an intense exchange. And so I'm like,
yeah, it'll happen.
Interesting.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that I know.
But don't be that realtor. Like, your kindness will take you so far.
That's it.
Like,
I just have
manners,
patience.
Your respect, your patience will take you very far in this.
Especially if you're dealing with like a new realtor, they're still learning. Have some decency, because you started out there too at one point.
So quickly people forget.
Yeah, exactly.
They always proceed too when they're gonna be rude. They always proceed with, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Well, I don't care. I don't care. That's another word I saw in 2025. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Enough, and I don't care.
Okay.
Because like the way people try to project their nonsense onto you, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, No, I don't care. There's no excuse. Now we're gonna play, or is it a game? I guess. Rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and then you just kind of like give like quick one-word answers or whatever it's called.
No problem.
So, first question is, who was your first celebrity crush?
It's gonna give away my age, but the Fresh Prince, Will Smith.
Okay, that's a good celebrity crush.
Yeah.
Where was your where was your last vacation?
Jamaica. It was
Okay.
a long time ago, though.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Love to win or you hate to lose?
Love to win. Also like to lose too, though.
Okay.
As you learn.
Okay. Are you choosing money or peace?
Peace.
Would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich.
Of course. Like
Sounds easy.
big windows or high ceilings?
Both.
Okay. What are you renovating first? Kitchen or bathroom? Whew.
Kitchen.
Okay. If you couldn't practice real estate, what are you doing?
Being a housewife.
Really?
And also being a psychologist.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Housewife is where it's at.
These kids, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
house mom, they gotta take care of these kids. They need a lot. Fresh
Girl.
meals every day.
Exactly.
Home-cooked meals.
It's a full-time job
Yeah.
within itself.
Yeah.
Where in Ottawa would you build your dream home?
Oh, Rothwell Heights? No, Cardinal Heights, like Rockcliffe Park.
Okay. Okay. It's like a center. No, that's like
It's
lower?
kind of center. It's like past Montreal Road.
Yeah, yeah.
You take a left and there's like crazy
Crazy,
houses there. It looks like
beautiful.
California houses. They're like on
Okay.
hills.
Okay. That's a nice area. That's a
Yeah.
nice area. One piece of advice you would give a new realtor.
A new realtor. Get a mentor.
Okay. Yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And the biggest mistakes that experienced agents make.
Thinking they know it all. Probably lack of consistency.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess the game is you flip the question. Well, it's the same
your
questions.
turn.
Now my turn.
All right. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't think I had one.
You don't want to say, huh?
No, I swear to God. I was trying to think as I was asking you, and I don't think I have one.
Are you serious?
You know what? Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I just aged myself.
Okay. Where was your last vacation?
My last vacation, I guess in New Jersey and Maryland in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love to win or hate to lose?
I love to lose more than I love to win.
You
Because-
hate to lose or you love
I love to win, but I also love to lose.
Okay.
Because I feel like in losing, it's also a win because now you learned how
Amen.
you know.
Yeah. Are you choosing money or peace?
Peace. Money.
But-
I swear. I don't know, man.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Would you rather be rich or famous?
Definitely rich.
Okay. You don't care to be famous?
Nah.
Big windows or high ceilings?
Big windows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like the sunlight.
Yeah.
What are you renovating first, kitchen or bathrooms?
You know, when I don't know because my bathroom, I gotta be comfortable to even use it.
Yeah.
I can Uber Eats it until I can get my kitchen up to date. So yeah, bathroom.
Okay. Bathroom. If you couldn't practice real estate, what are you doing?
I think if I couldn't practice real estate, I would be an actress.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where in Ottawa would you build your dream house?
Nowhere.
Nowhere? You take it somewhere else?
Actually,
I hear you.
Yeah, there's nowhere.
Yeah.
Anybody that says Barhaven, turn off this podcast right now. I think if anything, Island Park area.
Okay.
Westboro.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
One piece of advice you'd give a new realtor.
One piece of advice I'd give, you, a mentor, and learn discipline.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Biggest mistake that experienced agents make? If you
What I've seen, I guess, I feel like you get so comfortable in your own ways that you forget, like, there's fresh eyes out here, fresh knowledge, fresh brains, that are like picking up on your laziness, so to speak, or lack of, like, they're like, well, I'm too busy for this, or no, like, go figure it out. Like, kind of, I figured it out on my own.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I think it's just a lack of like patience, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Complacency.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Too comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one. I'm gonna add another one.
Sure.
Social media, hate it or love it?
I like social media. I try to hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but like the reason why I like social media is because like I feel like I've always just picked up on it. MSN days, I had every high five. I had the MySpace. I had anything. So I don't know. I guess I'm just accustomed to social media. That's a good way to get your brand out here. But yeah, what about you? Social media?
Oh, I hate it. It's just, they tell you stay relevant, like put some content out there. Like I try in spurts. I won't hate anything without trying it. I'll try. Nothing will really come from it. Like honestly, 6 years, I can't tell you one client I've ever got from social media.
Okay.
So
surprisingly, I got one from social media.
Nice. So
I don't know. I feel like it's what you're putting out too, and how you're putting it out. That's the thing I think about social media. We have very bad attention spans.
Okay.
So if it's not like captivating in that first 5 seconds, then it's like people are moving on. So I always try to find ways to like engage, I feel like with my personal Instagram, I get a lot more interaction there. I get a lot of like comments, this and that. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to incorporate that into the real estate world, but also trying to stay professional.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to attract certain type of clients, etc. But yeah, it is hard. And I know that we grew up in an era that it's like, we're kind of in between things. We did have it and we didn't kind of thing. So it doesn't come like second nature to a lot of us, but I think that there is value in social media if you do it right. Yeah. Okay. And if you don't want to do it, there's people out there that you can outsource to help you market, and it does help. It really does.
And I'm not saying I don't think there's no value. That's not why I hate it. I hate it because it gives me headaches because I stay on there too long. Like I waste time. Like
so that aspect.
Anything I want to create takes way long. I'm like, I'm gonna give 20 minutes to make a post and it ends up being 2 hours. Like that's why I hate it. I'm not saying I don't think there's any value.
Oh, okay. No, and now I get you. Yeah, no. So on the other side of social media, I do say I love it, but like I like interacting with it, but I'm so stuck on the scrolling. TikTok. That app has made me go through it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm trying to be more disciplined on like getting off because it's really distracting and it's a big waste of time. I remember when like those apps would go down sometimes, Instagram blackout, whatever they want to call it. Yeah. You know how much things I got done while it wasn't available? Yeah. Then you start to understand it's like, oh my God, like how accomplished could I be without social media? I think I'd be very far.
We used to do a lot more when like phones just used to be a
flip phone.
A phone call and a text.
You have to press the number 5 to get the K. Right. It wasn't very.
Yeah, actually, that took time. Right? Yeah.
to text on those little number phones, those pads, like these youngins don't know like where we're coming from. Like, it was a lot easier, less you're in the moment in everything because it allowed you to live more in the moment. And I was like the disposable camera queen.
Okay.
So I always had a camera.
Yeah.
So it's like I missed those days
where it was like 5 copies printed for all the friends.
And I remember my older sister helped me buy a digital camera in high school.
Okay.
The ones you got to put the batteries in. It's a digital camera and like it's instant. Like you put in your computer and you.
Nice.
After the phase of the disposable.
Yeah.
And man, I took that everywhere. I was taking pictures of everybody, everything. But that's how I knew, like, I'm very much that person to like take photos, post, create a story, what I mean? So, but yeah, social media can be very, very draining.
Yeah.
It really is. And sometimes I'm like, I would be so far if I didn't have social media because it's distracting. It's really distracting.
It's crazy because everyone nowadays, like, they say they're busy and it feels like we're busy. But
Yeah. I mean, we have to look busy, right?
we really been doing that. You know, like if that phone wasn't around, like, we could have done a lot more stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So I try to so right now I have timers on my phone with all my apps. It shuts down at like 9 a.m. and it doesn't all the way to like 6 p.m.
Okay.
So it's like, but I'm still on my phone.
Yeah.
But it's like, it gives me that reminder. It's like, hey, it's focus time. You know, do what you have to do. There's a bigger world out there other than like looking at your social media apps.
Phone calls or text? That's another one. I just thought.
Oh, phone calls or text?
Yeah.
Text. Please. Unless the conversation's getting good, I gotta call. You know what I mean? Because or voice note or whatever, but I like texting first because somehow, some way, I've now filtered what I want to answer. Because if you call me, I don't know what you want to talk about. I get anxious because I'm like, well, if I don't have the time, like this not, so just text me first. But I have people that call me regardless and I'll answer, but I prefer text.
I remember like 2 years ago, my voicemail would say like, hi, you reached Milka and I won't listen to my voicemail, so please leave a text. That's a fast way to get back to me.
Honestly, and you know what? I need to do that. I need to like record a recording like that because the amount of people that leave me voicemails, it's like, why?
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to that.
I just listened to a voicemail from October. I'm like, I don't listen to my voicemail. Like the fact that people still leave voicemail, sometimes I hear that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
What era are you living in? Because I want to go back there.
Yeah.
Like
they'll just turn it off. Turn it off or put that message on there.
You know what I mean?
Text me, please.
Just text me because it's instant. I see it. If I can't text back right away, I always my phone loves to remind me, hey, you never got back to that person. So like I know eventually it's gonna come back. But like with my schedule, it's easier to just message me through text message. Yeah. How about you? Like you said, you prefer text or call?
No, definitely phone calls.
Okay.
Only text if I need receipts. If I know like something like the clients want very specific instructions and they might come back to me and be like, you never told me that. I'm only texting for receipts purposes. Yeah. Otherwise, phone call. I tried that. Like I tried the text when I was in my, I don't really want to push them to sell, you know, but let me shoot a text. And you can never really get the real vibe of what they're trying to do unless you call. So
with clients, I do feel that too. Like I like email initially to like put things in writing so that I have that paper trail. But like to learn about my clients and to like talk to them and feel more personal, I do call. Okay. I do prefer that. If I'm meeting somebody new, let's get on the phone, let's talk. Like I want to see like what your vibe is, how serious you are, kind of thing. Yeah. But if we're constantly communicating, you don't have to call me all the time. Like just text me. But anyway, so I feel like I wanted to just circle back on one thing. Okay. The networking event that you put together last year. Yeah. I forgot the name, if there was a name.
I didn't create the name. It was Janelle. Shout out to Janelle. Black Realtors of Ottawa.
Okay, Black Realtors of Ottawa. So I just want to let you let the public know that that's something to look out for, so that we can get it up and running. Yeah. It was such a good idea, and like the overall idea of it is like it's actually genius, and I think that Ottawa, we need our own little chapter like that. For sure. Especially like
Toronto's doing it. Yeah, but we need one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
look super city now. We need.
Yeah, exactly. and I feel like just knowing more and more people in this community, there's always a talk about support and like getting together and just kind of learning off of each other. I think me and Titi, we've done so many videos for each other, kind of thing. Like you take a video of me, I take a video of you, and just kind of work together in that way, because like we're at the end of the day, we are a community. Yeah. And we gotta look out for each other. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. So well, it's almost time. Okay. So I just wanted to thank you for taking this very last minute booking. No problem.
Thanks
And
for having me.
absolutely.
This beautiful studio.
I know. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, finally, like a nice space that I can like do my creative work and invite people.
You came hard. Like, it's very nice.
Well, yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw what they were building, because I had the kind of idea that it was coming, I'm like, wow, this is like, I didn't think it was gonna be like this cool, you know? So I'm like, yep, opportunity to talk to people, bring people on, you know, get the Ottawa to know our community, know you, like what you do. And like, I just love hearing people's stories because we all come from somewhere.
True.
So,
I do love hearing people's stories too.
It's inspiring, right? So, but thank you.
Are you gonna have every realtor come on here?
No, not every. I mean, I'm trying to do a mix of different stuff, but so far,
it's cool if you do too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
too.
mind. I don't mind, but I'm trying to, you know, I want to talk about lifestyle, business, real estate, all the stuff, and because I feel like a lot of people are interested in understanding like how certain lifestyles are successful. You know, if you're a new business owner, how did you start? You know, or what do I need to do to get to that certain success? Yeah. But for now, it's just talk. Okay. Well, thank you, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.